Hi everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing Nancy Finch Nan Talks. Well, it's raining outside, but it's very refreshing. It's a lovely day. I just thought I'd come on and ask, how did you get on with my last exercise I did last week, which was all about mirror work. It's about stepping into your best self, whatever that has to be. So I thought I'd ask you that first, and then we're going to be talking about this week. This week's really good fun. This is all about chuck it in the bucket. It's actually chuck it in the bucket. And okay, you might think, oh, I'm not allowed to say that word, or I'm not sure if it suits me, or I was always told not to swear, etc. But you know, what we need to do is we need to detach from anything that is holding us back emotionally, because you see, when we get involved with a feeling of, oh, I've lost that, or this has gone wrong, or that's wrong, or they've upset me, whatever has upset you or can upset you in life, as it does, we need to be aware of what that's doing to our body and what it's doing to our mind as well. So it does affect your body's energies, as I always go on about. But you see, really, it clogs your head like a cupboard full of stuff, and you need to detach from that. So the best thing to do is to get rid of it. It's a bit like chucking off, anything that's a problem, chucking it away from you is really good for you. So I used to do workshops on this as well, actually. And basically, if we've got a thought or a feeling or a situation that is really bringing us down, taking our emotional energy, our emotional balloon, if you like, down to the ground, then we need to get rid of it so we can be ourselves again. We can breathe ourselves back again. So this is, I don't know if it's the right way around, but I just got a bucket and I put this on it many years ago. And every time I had a situation or a thought that was heavy, something that was making me feel good, like pressure, or something's gone wrong at work, or the car's got a puncture, or something around me wasn't right, you could write it on a post-it note like I used to. See, this is a really good exercise. And you write it, this has gone wrong, or that person's upset me, or family, whatever. Family is good at that. Any tension, any problem in your life, you could put this down and screw it up and chuck it in the bucket. Great idea. Okay, so that's a tangible thing you can actually do with those thoughts. And when you're doing that, you're feeling in control of them. You're feeling like you're in charge because you've just done an action. Your brain believes something is going to change. It calms down your central nervous system, and you actually think you're in charge of it. So it's a good way of fooling your subconscious to create what you want. If you don't actually want to get yourself a bucket and put this on, some of you have got kids out there, you could just get a little picture of a bucket, or you could draw a bucket. You know what that means. It's just getting rid of it, getting rid of all the pressure that goes with that. Chuck it in the bucket. It's a brilliant idea. But as I said, if you've got children and you don't want to say that, of course you don't, you can just have a bucket. They will never know, but you will know. Okay, you get that thought and you just chuck it. Now, a lot of my clients love this. They absolutely love it. Some of them just have the paper with the children, that they just have the bucket written on. They don't have the whole words. But so that suits them. And they know what it means, and they chuckle to themselves because it's a light-hearted way of detaching from things that don't serve you. And you need to do that. You need to be mindful of it. And quite a few of my clients love doing this because they think through the day, or at the end of the day, what sort of day have I had? Oh, that went wrong, or that person upset me, or that didn't go right. Whatever it is, you need to get it in your mind and chuck it in the bucket, okay? If that suits you, then you can just draw yourself a little picture, because it, as I say, it's very powerful. Very simple, but very powerful. All my tools are really like that. They're lovely. But this is a particular favourite of most of my clients that use it. If you haven't got kids around and you're happy doing this, then write the whole thing, okay? The bucket. Okay, I don't know if you can see that the right way round, but you can do it yourself. Anyone can do that for you. Basically, it is a very simple but very powerful exercise. And I like to promote someone I met a while back, John Parkin. He wrote a really good book, and this is a book called Fuck It. And I do reference this on my website, by the way. I recommend you get it and read it. It is a very good book to illustrate why we should just release ourselves from things that are cramming our heads with pressure and overactive thoughts. This is a very good book by John Parkin. Okay, so if you want to get that, I'm sure you can find that reference, as I say, on my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk, and on there you can pick up other things that I've done, Nan Talks. I've gone 27 I think so far, and obviously I've got meditations on there as well. So going back to this, you can use this as many times as you like, and nobody would know you're doing it if you just grab that thought. And if you haven't got the paper with you, you could imagine it's just there, or a bucket's just there, and you can just throw it in. Ah, that feels better. So that's what you need to do with any negative feelings or situation or people around you that have upset you. You need to detach from it, because when you detach, you feel so much better physically and emotionally. And by the law of attraction, you're more likely to attract the calmness, the acceptance, the peace you feel once you've got rid of that thought. It's very important that you do, because otherwise, as I say, it's like opening a cupboard and all the stuff falls out. We have too many thoughts, too many feelings that just do this all day. So, and when we've got an upset, a disappointment, something in ourselves maybe, or something that someone's done to us, we need, or a situation that's evolved, we need to get out of that feeling. We need to detach from it. Okay, it's very important. Yeah, like, subscribe and share. I've got a little note to myself on here. If you do that, then you can get all my talks and things. They'll naturally pop up for you. And of course, I can get it out there and you can share this with people and people will just feel better from it. It's fun. Most of my tools are fun, and most of them link together, by the way. So like this one links beautifully with push the easy button. So if you did the bucket first, if you had a thought or feeling and you chucked it in the bucket, then you would be able to then think, now what do I want? Oh, I want an easy day. I want that situation to happen. You can put a smiley face on your bucket if you want to, and think about the alternative to why whatever that is you've chucked in the bucket. You can think after you've chucked it away, yeah, I'm having that instead, or I'd like that. At least you're focused on what you'd like. At least you're focused on what you want to happen, not what's actually happening to you and bringing your balloon down, like I said. So once you've thrown it away, then you're going to think of something that the alternative, or if you can't think of that, or you don't think it's possible, then just push the easy button and have something of a tangible thing. Like I said, if you want to go back to look at that, the easy button was on the 5th of the 7th, number 22. So if you want to have a look at that, have fun with that, use them independently or together. They work beautifully. So what would you use your bucket for? Would you use it for a situation, maybe at work or family or friends? Friends might upset you or not been there for you. You might feel let down. You might feel self-guilt. You might feel self-pressure. We've all had those feelings. And what do you do with them? Well, you don't just let them sit inside you, because it's like putting poison in your water, and you need to get away from that feeling. Otherwise, it does actually have an effect on your body. Every cell of your body responds to your thoughts, and they specifically are affected in certain areas of your body. So when we chuck it in the bucket, we are really doing ourselves a lot of good in this area here. Detachment. You'll be able to think better and know your feelings better. And also, because you're doing an action, this area here really helps in your tummy, and that governs your spine as well. So this is really good for those two areas in particular, okay? And of course, it's light-hearted. Most of my clients love it because they chuckle after doing it. They know they shouldn't do it. It's like naughty children. We shouldn't swear. But when they've done it, even in their mind, it opens the light blue here, which is our sort of connected to our inner child. We are going to be able to feel as if it's not got as much power over us. We feel, because we've detached with a light-hearted exercise, we are feeling more in control, and we're feeling it doesn't matter, it has no effect over me, you know, it can't control me. And that's a really nice feeling, because then the situation generally gets better because you've detached from it. And that's what I think is very important. So think about what you need to release. Think about what it is that you personally, maybe you've got a pattern of things that keep happening, and you know, you might have, you know, you go to work and this always happens, or that person always upsets you. Just, it doesn't matter what's going on. Take that thing, that idea, not the person, Just take the idea, that situation, that feeling, and pop it in a bucket. Just chuck it in there. As I say, some people have got this. I nearly dropped it. Some people have got a picture of this on their fridge or something, and they pass by and they think, what needs to go in there? Oh, yes. And they just chuck it in the bucket. So whatever's comfortable for you to use, okay? A lot of people love it. I have met John, actually, going back to this book. I have met him. He's a very, very lovely person. And as I say, if you get the book, it really does have quite a lot of explanations of how you can use this. So I'm not just trying to promote him, which I think is wonderful anyway, but it just shows you the different areas that you can go, that's it. I'm not going to get involved with that. I'm not going to let it control me. So my simple idea is just something you can do as a tangible thing, just to get rid of that thought and action that makes you feel better. Okay, so I really hope you can use this. You can let me know how you get on with it. As I say, you can actually do it by you writing things out or do it in your mind, whichever suits you. You can teach your friends how to do it as well. So next time you have a problem, a situation, something that's taken your emotional balloon down to the ground, we must be mindful and we must chuck it away, because it gets a chance to repair yourself on lots of levels, gives you a chance to be well, and by the law of attraction, you're no longer thinking about that. It's gone. And if it's gone, then it, as I say, more likely you get a chance to heal that situation, or a solution will pop into your mind, or be you'll attract it by the law of attraction. Okay, so have fun with that. Let me know how you get on. And oh yes, I've got tea with Nan tomorrow. That's going to be on a Monday, Monday about 12 o'clock. It's tea with Nan. It's a very informal thing I do on Facebook, where I just have a cup of tea, you have a cup of tea, you pop on here live, and you just tell me anything that you feel that you need to correct in your life, physical, emotional, any tension in your life. And I prescribe one of these, one of my Nan Talks, which I've got them all written down in there. So it's good fun. It's lovely to interact with you when you do pop on there on a Monday. So I do hope I see you there. Have fun. Oh yes, and next week's Nan Talk, I've got a little note here to remind me, is remove the rucksack. I didn't say rucksack, rucksack. It's a rucksack filled with rocks, and I need to tell you or help you to understand why that's important, that we release all burden from our lives with that particular exercise. I actually did it yesterday on the beach. It was lovely. So I'd like to introduce that to you next week. So this has been lovely. Anything goes wrong today, or anything that causes, as I say, any tension in your body, in your mind, in your life, chuck it in the bucket. Oh, like lovely. I'll see you next week, and I hope that you enjoy this particular exercise, because all my clients do. They use it all the time. So namaste, lots of love, and chuck as many things in the bucket as you can. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.